Alright, y'all, so in today's video I'm going to be talking about and making predictions about what I think could be coming to the game for Update 2 inside of Project Slayers. And keep in mind, this video is only going to be speculation considering about what we know about the game and how the game works. So I'm going to be trying to make a prediction of what BDAs are coming to the game, what breathing styles are coming to the game, as well as any new areas or cosmetics. Basically anything that could be added, I'm going to just be talking about and making small predictions about it. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first topic in the video we're going to be covering is some new breathing styles that could be coming to Update 2. But a few of the breathing styles we are still missing in the game are flower breathing, serpent breathing, love breathing, stone breathing, moon breathing, and last but not least, sun breathing. And there are a few of these here that probably won't come out for a long time, as in moon breathing. But the two new breathing styles that I do think would probably come to the game in the next update are sun breathing and love breathing. Of course, obviously sun breathing, because ever since the game came out, if you have common, it literally says when sun breathing comes out, you are able to use sun breathing. So basically meaning you could probably only use sun breathing if you have common, which would be kind of an L, but it would make sense. As you all know, the new season of Demon Slayer is actually out, and you know the main Hashira in this new season is Mitsuri, who happens to be the love Hashira. And if you didn't know already, love breathing is actually a branch off of flame breathing. So if you didn't know, now you know now. So those are the two breathing styles I think would actually make sense coming to the game. You know, you could always see your stone breathing being added to the game since Gyome's outfit has been in the game since the game dropped, but you know, it just wouldn't make sense. And if we're gonna keep up with the timeline of the anime, it just would not make any sense. But now that I told you what breathing style I think are coming to the game, here's some things about them. Now for sun breathing, in my opinion, I think it's gonna be like a huge flame breathing reskin. I don't know why. I feel like I said, they're only gonna make it available to people who have Kamado, because in the anime, people who are not descendants of the Kamado family or things of that nature, you can't really use sun breathing. That's why flame breathing exists. And if you watch the Mugen Train movie, or if you watch Demon Slayer in general, you should know flame breathing and sun breathing are two different things. But that is in the Demon Slayer world. In Project Slayers, they're probably more or less probably going to be the same. Just a lot of the attacks are just very basic and probably very similar to flame breathing, to be honest. So yeah, sun breathing seems like it could be kind of mid, but you know, it could be cool. Who knows, man? They might drop it, and just like in the real anime, it might be the strongest breathing style there is. And as for love breathing, I think love breathing is probably going to be, it's going to be really similar to insect breathing in my opinion. I don't know why. And if you've seen the new episodes of Demon Slayer, they've been showing Mitsuri's attacks animated now, and they're just a little bit like, I don't know how they would implement that into Project Slayers, and I can only imagine them being like very jumpy as in the insect breathing. I say this because inside of Project Slayers, the insect breathing is it's very mobile. You move around a lot, you bounce around a lot, you go in the air, just like love breathing. Like in the anime Mitsuri, when she uses her attack, she's always running around, spinning in circles, you know, using her flexible sword. So I think those attacks are going to be quite similar, but you know, not exactly the same because they're two different breathing styles. But I feel like the way they're going to be used is going to be pretty similar. And I can also not wait to see how they're going to implement Mitsuri's sword into the game. That's going to be fire, bro. But now that I've said my piece on the breathing styles, on to the next subject. Alright, on to my next predictions, BDAs, aka Blood Demon Arts. Now, as you already know, there's actually not that many BDAs inside of Project Slayer, but there is a good amount. But there's also a large amount that are missing from the game. But a few of the main BDAs I can see actually coming to the game in the next update are Gyuto's BDA and Daki's BDA. Of course, there are a ton of BDAs that are not in the game. There's a ton of demons that aren't even in the game yet. A couple of those demons being Kokushibu, Hantengu's BDA is not in the game either, Gyoko's BDA is not in the game, and Kaigaku's BDA is also not in the game. But realistically, I'm not gonna lie, the only ones I could really be seeing added into the next update are either Gyutaro and Daki or Hantengu and Gyoko's, because they're in the new season. But let's be honest here, if sun breathing just came out in 1.5, you can only imagine that Gyuto's coming out in the next one with Daki as well. But hey bro, who knows, for real? They might just feel like adding Gyoko's BDA into the game, because he plays a vital role in the new season, and his BDA is actually so cool with the evolved like fish form with all the vases and stuff. I feel like it'd just be really cool to use. Same thing with Hantengu with the 5 demon split personality things, bro. That is insane. But you know, let's be honest here, they're probably not gonna add all the emotions in the game. They'll probably just add like the one strongest emotion mixed together with the wooden dragons flying around, which would be pretty cool, but you know, not as cool as all the emotions by themselves. But hey man, you never know. Doma's actually never been animated fighting anybody, but they added the ice BDA into the game, so you never know, for real. They might, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, dude. I'm not gonna lie, because bro, if we're using that logic, we might as well hope for freaking moon breathing, stone breathing, everything else. But I doubt it, because that wouldn't make any sense. But regardless of all that, end of the BDA discussion, on to the next topic. Alright y'all, the prediction I'm going to be making right now is about the accessories that could be coming in the next update. And now in terms of accessories, I'm going to be talking about clothes, items, swords, anything basically. So to start things off, first I'm going to assume that the blood sickles are going to be a drop, obviously. I feel like these blood sickles that Gyutaro uses are going to be just like the ice fans in terms of you can get them on their own and use them as their own two things without having the BDA. Purely because Gyutaro is also seen in the anime using them as combat weapons, just hitting things with them, blocking things. He doesn't have to use them with his BDA necessarily. Even though he does, he doesn't necessarily have to. But some other things that could also be added to the game are kunais that Tengen's wives use. Of course, the kunais that are laced with wisteria that actually slow demons down. I only say these could be added into the game because they actually were pretty cool inside the anime. They were used to stop Yutaro, at least play a big role in stopping him. And I don't know why. I feel like it'd just be cool to have a wisteria laced kunai to just throw at demons and make them slower. I feel like that'd just be kind of cool. Alright, y'all, as I'm editing this video right now, this is a little bit of a side note. Daki's BD has been confirmed to be coming in the next update. See, bro, I'm telling you, my predictions are right, bro. But look at this attack, bro. It looks fire. And it was actually based on one of the attacks in Hinokami Chronicles too, which is pretty cool. But anyways, back to the video. Now, for some swords that could be added to the next update, is probably Mitsuri's sword, as well as Tanjiro's sword with the Rengoku guard. Because as you know already, Tanjiro's sword is in the game technically, but it's not his sword. And I said that because if sun breathing is going to be added in the next update, I feel like that would make sense to be added too. Because, you know, if you're gonna have sun breathing, you have to have Tanjiro's main sword. As well as that, bro, Mitsuri's sword in the game would probably look so cool. I really like, I don't know how it's gonna work, but I can try to envision it and imagine it, and it just seems like it'll be really cool. It's more than likely gonna be probably worth more than Tengen swords because they just look way cooler. But yeah, those are probably the two swords I think will be added to the game. Some other small things I think could be added to the game are Tengen's wives Haoris. Just as for some female clothes to be added to the game, they could add those, which is pretty cool. Maybe they could add funny new faces with the Demon Slayer main characters wearing makeup on their faces. I don't know, that doesn't have to be added to the game, but I feel like if they did add it, it'd be kind of funny. Like, bro, just imagine walking around with Zenitsu's makeup face on, bro. You would look stupid. But enough of that, on to the next category. But last but not least, I'm going to be talking about some maps or locations that I think could be added into the next update. Now, there are a few in mind, but I think there's only a main two that probably will be added. I feel like in the next update, they're most likely going to add the Entertainment District and or the Spider Mountain. Purely because there are two things in the anime that have completely finished and they're not in the game yet. It would not make sense for them to skip over the Entertainment District area and then go straight to the Swordsman Village arc. It just would not make any sense for them to do that at all. You know, if they do, it would be kind of weird, but I mean, I guess they could, but it would just be better if they added the Entertainment District arc. It would just look cooler. And especially if the update 2 is going to be a big update, as like people assume it's going to be, it would make sense for them to add a bunch of new demon BDAs, especially like with the little spider humans. I don't know why, bro. I feel like it'd just be a W map. I can't really imagine anything else being added into the game right now. But there are a couple areas in the map that I think they should update to make them a bit better. A few of those areas being the Butterfly Mansion area. I don't know why. I feel like the Butterfly Mansion area in this game just got did dirty. Like if you look at the anime, you look at it every time it's in the scene somewhere, it's always mad nice and it's open and there's a bunch of, it's a huge mansion. But in the game, it's literally just a little shed in the middle of nowhere with a house that you can't go into. Or hey, who knows? They might add everything I'm talking about into a new map. Like maybe to get into this map, you have to be level 100 plus. Instead of being level 50 plus, you have to be level 100 plus. Which would be pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, because most people I feel like who actually play the game are over level 100 by now. The game's been out for almost a year, so it would kind of make sense if they did that, but you know, who knows. Update, which means it's not gonna be a huge break as in the first update, which it took them what, 6-7 months to update the game, because obviously, as you know, since it's only a half update, there's not as much content, which obviously makes sense. The less of an update, the shorter the wait. But make sure you subscribe, bro, because when these update leaks start to drop, bro, I'm going to be letting y'all know ASAP. But without further ado, I'm going to have to ask you to like the video if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and join the Discord link in the description. And comment down below, what do you think is coming in an update 2? Because I like to read y'all comments and I want to know what y'all think. But without further ado, I'm gonna see you all later.